What's up, guys? This is Tony Hannity's from LazyTechGuys.com, and we're here today taking a look at the Monopod from iStabilizer. Now, the Monopod is a photography tool for either smartphones or POV cameras in order for you to get those hard to reach angles, for example, bird's eye view, rear view, over the shoulder kind of camera options, and yeah, so if you are an avid user of your smartphone or POV cameras for events, concerts, or just everyday kind of thing, you like to kind of mess around with photography, this is a pretty cool tool for that. So what it is, it's a telescopic pole that collapses into 3 separate pieces. These are made of kind of thin metal here, and then you turn to the right to lock it, turn to the left to unlock it. And then on the top here you have the iStabilizer mount, which is patent pending, and this is spring loaded, so it can actually support up to, well, smartphone wise talking, any device that is 2.75 inches wide. So case in point, this is my Motorola Droid Razr Max, and I measured it and it's pretty much exactly 2.75 inches wide, and when it goes in here it stays, no problem. The clasp here doesn't cover the camera. You have full control over the controls of the phone itself, and we've tested it with different devices as well, as the iPhone 4, iPhone 5, the Galaxy S3, the HTC Resound, and they all work fine with no problem. And there's even this little rubber, I guess, rubber tip at the top here to kind of keep it stabilized. But herein lies the problem. More and more devices these days, for example, the LG Illusion on Verizon Wireless, they're getting wider, they're getting bigger. The Galaxy Note 2 definitely won't fit in here. So I actually don't use my phone without a case. So this is my phone with the case, and trying to get it in here, it just didn't fit. So I was a little bummed out because I was really hoping to use this for one of the events that we have coming up. It's a family event, and yeah, I was just afraid that I couldn't use this. However, the guys at iStabilizer are very, very smart. They have a ton of photography tools and accessories, and they understand that us photographers want to kind of make our own stuff, and we want to rig our own stuff sometimes. So the iStabilizer mount can be completely removed from the top. You've got a standard mount for, tripod mount for anything, and on here you can mount the DSLR, very heavy, I wouldn't recommend it. You can mount the POV camera like the GoPro if you have the GoPro attachment, or I've tried it with some point and shoot cameras which have the tripod mount option, and they work fine. This is the Slingshot by Waxam. We actually reviewed this about a month or so ago, and it's a great handheld video recording, picture taking stabilizer tool for up close shots. But what was really nice is that because this also has the same kind of tripod mount, you just screw that on there, take the phone, slip that in, and then you can use it however you want. So I did a lot of bird's eye view shots where it was really tall, and then you can also kind of come down on the edge, be a little dramatic with it, and it's very lightweight. Most of the weight is in the phone or in the device. So this grip here is rubberized grip, and you can also wrap your hand around in the lanyard to make sure it doesn't fall out. And then also, as an added feature, you can actually change the focal point here. And if you want to find a better angle for whatever you're shooting, you could change that here as well too. So let's go ahead and take a look at a quick video I did on Halloween of us going through a mall, doing the trick-or-treating things with my kids, and see how it is with the bird's eye view shot. got a lot of looks, I'll tell you. Going through a crowd in a mall, holding up a camera like this, people were kind of looking at me funny, but I gotta tell you, you know, as you saw, the outcome, pretty good outcome. So definitely not for everybody, but for those individuals that need those hard to reach angles, whether you be in a crowd, like an event or a concert, you want to get that really cool angle in the mosh pit or something like that, this is a really good way to get those angles without having to push your way through the crowd. I'm a small guy, I can't get through the crowd all the time. So also the fact that you can mod your own or kind of rig up your own, kind of set up to fit what you need is really handy. There were two things that I came across to be a little bit of a nuisance, and one is probably just my ignorance of the photography world. I am by far nowhere near even an amateur photographer, like low amateur, rookie, new, whatever. But in any case, when I heard the word monopod, I think of the thing, the pole, the telescopic pole that goes from the ground to up here, and then you can kind of take your photograph, take your pictures, and then move on and do what you need to do on the run without having to, you know, collect a tripod, 3 legs, and that's what a monopod is. Then I got it, and obviously it only expands to, you know, 3 feet, so I'm over 5 foot, so obviously it's way too low, but it was just strange to me to even call it a monopod. I don't know what else you would call it, but I looked up the definition of monopod and they just all kept talking about stabilization generally with the ground, and I don't personally feel very grounded when I'm holding it like this, but I guess it's better than anything. So that was I guess my own personal quip, but just so you know, that's not what this is meant to do. It's meant to be handheld, that's why you had got this rubber grip, and hopefully your arm is stabilized enough so you don't have to worry about shakes or anything like that. And then second of all, this whole kind of telescopic 3-tiered dilly here, like I mentioned, this is very thin metal or plastic. I'm not even sure myself, to be perfectly honest with you, but I have a fear that when you're locking and unlocking, if you tighten it or untighten it too far or not far enough, or rather, yeah, just too far. If you untighten it too far, I have a fear that it would strip. I haven't had that yet, but also it doesn't open and close quite as easily as I might do in the product video that I saw on the website. But that's just maybe some WD-40 would fix that. But the biggest problem that I have is the whole tightening and locking and unlocking. It just, I don't know if you can hear that. Here. It just feels flimsy to me. So I would say if you're going to be opening and closing it, just open it and keep it open, and then close it and then keep it closed. Don't do that. You know, don't ruin it. I might screw it up. So, but yeah, other than that, very handy tool. Like I said, I've tried it a number of times in the public and in private. Just kind of taking pictures of my backyard and stuff like that, and it's a lot of fun to use. So definitely check out the full review at lazytechguys.com, and you can continue to follow us with the reviews, updates, news articles, and get all that information from definitely obviously our website, but also Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, Feed. We're pretty much everywhere, and obviously here at YouTube under the channel Lazy Tech TV. So thank you very much for the support, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.